It's that. We've got our Fire Sticks. Now, it just seems like we have another day and another article posted by a newspaper talking about Firestick piracy, talking about jailbroken Fire Sticks, and just talking about how this impacts the rest of the entertainment and sports industry. Now, normally most of these articles can be discarded because either they are just clickbait or they're just scaremongering, but a few days ago, an article was posted in the Financial Times, which is a very well-regarded newspaper, very well-respected, and they also had some insight into the whole Firestick scene. Now, I will show you the article in just a second, but in case you're wondering how I'm playing these retro games on my Firestick using the Firestick remote control, I do actually have a video on this, on how you can play all of these retro games literally with one click without requiring any configuration, and you could even use the standard remote control as your gamepad. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure you are subscribed with all notifications. Take that. Okay, let's jump over to the article. So Sky calls on Amazon to crack down on illegal streaming of football, and the reason why this is important is Amazon have actually responded in this article, and it's the same case where Sky are saying that they're blaming piracy specifically only on Fire Sticks, even though everybody knows that you can always use a browser on any device, and there's lots of different streaming devices like Android TVs, like your Nvidia Shields, like your TiVo streams, your Chromecast. I don't know why they're always just singling out the Fire Stick, but that's how the article starts. It says that the broadcaster accuses the company of failing to do enough to tackle piracy, often involving the Fire TV Stick devices. It says that they've now criticized Amazon for failing to do enough to tackle this crisis in sports broadcast piracy, and they estimate that the use of this technology on Fire Sticks makes up about half of illegal streaming of those Premier League games in the UK alone. So you can imagine what it's like worldwide. Now, this COO at Sky said that piracy was costing the industry hundreds and millions of dollars, and they called on Amazon to work with the UK-based media group to crack down on this illegal streaming. Says Fire Sticks account for probably half of the piracy in the UK. Says if you speak to your friends and colleagues or you watch football, people know that you can get jailbroken Fire Sticks and you can easily access these services. Again, I don't know why they are singling out Fire Sticks, because those streaming applications, those IPTV subscriptions, they're available for multiple devices. Says jailbreaking allows people to install third-party streaming apps that can offer free movies and sports. This person, who's the head of the DAZN group, says piracy is almost at a crisis for sports industry. Yeah, I'm sure with the amount of money they're making, the amount of money they charge for subscriptions, and how they keep on increasing the price of these subscriptions, it's really hard to feel sorry for these mega big corporations. Says that the executives at Sky said that the use of Fire Sticks devices in piracy was so prevalent that's become synonymous with the illegal act. Football fans at some grounds have even taken to chanting, "We've got our Fire Sticks." So I've actually got a clip of that here. It's that. We've got our Fire Sticks. Really, it's funny. It just shows you, like, they're fed up of paying these ridiculously high prices. Even if you paid, top dollar or the highest price, it doesn't necessarily give you access to all matches, all movies, all TV shows. You really have to subscribe to multiple services to access all of this content, and you can see why people would be very fed up. I mean, really, they're blaming Amazon because they're saying, Amazon, this is your devices, do something about it. People are buying your devices and then using them to access streaming services or access IPTV services. You really can't blame the manufacturer, in this case Amazon, for that. They've just made a very popular device which is fairly well priced. It's gets regular updates, it's fairly reliable. People just use that. I'm sure if that device wasn't there, people would just jump over to another device, maybe a cheaper Chinese Android box or something else. It's not like if there was no Fire Sticks, there will be no piracy. No, it's definitely not the case. People would just jump over to another device. Now, here's the actual response from Amazon. So Hearn said that Amazon were not being helpful enough in addressing this problem. The broadcaster wants Amazon to lock down or impose controls. I mean, basically what they're saying is lock down your Fire Stick so people can't sideload, and that's just a ridiculous thing, because how can anybody install legitimate other applications that may not necessarily be on the Amazon App Store, but you want to sideload it? If you block this, it'll block it for everybody. So it's really a ridiculous and unfair ask. Now, Amazon response was that Amazon is committed to providing customers with high quality streaming experience whilst actively promoting a streaming landscape that respects IP and encourages responsible consumption of content. So they provide the stake. People want to sideload. That's their prerogative. That's their right. So again, I really can't see Amazon imposing this on the end users. Fair enough, they do have plans to release newer devices running Vega OS, which will be blocking sideloading, but that will not impact the current landscape of devices that are out there at the moment. Do leave me a comment below if you are worried about future devices coming out which will be running the Vega OS. Is that something that you are concerned about, or something that you really couldn't care less? It added that Fire TV, we've always encouraged our customers to use legal channels for accessing content and have included on-device warnings informing customers of the risk associated with installing or using apps from unknown sources. Yeah, they give you the prompt that make sure you do know where you're installing the application from, make sure the application has been scanned for viruses, make sure the application doesn't have any malware. They give you that warning when you enable the installation of unknown sources, but doesn't mean they can actually stop you from doing that. So I do think the next 6 to 12 months are going to be interesting to see. Are these companies going to put even more and more pressure onto Amazon? But the reality is, with all of this coverage, all of these articles, it just makes the Fire Stick even more and more popular, because more and more people start looking into what is this jailbroken Fire Stick, or how can I use a Fire Stick to access other content. It just makes it even more popular. So I really don't think it's going to stop anytime soon. And even if the Fire Stick was to be completely removed from the Amazon App Store, I'm sure the consumer would just jump over to another streaming device. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Many thanks for watching. But let me also just quickly share that if you are looking for the easiest way to protect yourself online, how you can really safeguard your online identity, your online digital fingerprint, which is your IP address. Now, using a VPN means you don't use your own IP address. You use an IP address from your VPN provider, which will then allow you to access geo-locked content. It will keep you safe online, and it will just give you an overall better and more secure streaming experience. Right now, there's a special offer just for the next 2 weeks where you can get total protection for all of your devices, all of your applications, your add-ons, your APKs, your streaming apps. All of them can be covered with the VPN, and they also give you unlimited connections. What that means is it doesn't matter if you've got 3 Fire Sticks, 10 Android TVs, 2 laptops, all of those devices, unlimited devices, will be covered with a single license. You get blazing fast speeds, so zero buffering, and they also have a verified no logs policy, so they're not logging anything, they're not monitoring anything. You really can stay anonymous whilst using this VPN. You can access all of your favorite applications, your Netflixes, your BBC iPlayers, your Hulus. All of your streaming applications can be unlocked by using this VPN. And to get all of that for just over $2 a month, I do think this special offer is definitely worthwhile checking out. Using my link does help support the channel, so many thanks for doing that. Do have a look in the video description and pinned comment if you want to take up this special offer. So really appreciate your support. Do like and share this video, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.